You
Yeah,
guys
I
ever see
listen.
that? You ever see that movie, Usual Suspects?
Yeah, who hasn't
Hack.
seen Usual Suspects?
Well, a lot of the younger guys may not have seen it. Hack, you ever see that movie,
Nah,
Usual
I
Suspect?
didn't see
Oh
it.
wow,
To my
okay, yeah.
point,
So
brother.
he,
To my point. A great, like a caper movie. One of the just think Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I got you. I got
They're a
you.
little darker. Everybody's got their
the
given
greatest trick the
role.
devil ever
The
pulled was
greatest trick
convincing the
the devil
world.
ever pulled, but Kevin Spacey's in it, and he comes off as paraplegic and kind of a nitwit through the whole movie. And he's referring to their quote unquote boss. Well, my boss won't allow me. He's really a demon. He's this, he's that. And toward the end of
Kaiser
the movie, not
Sose.
to give it away, but he is that guy. And there's a scene at the very end of the movie where he's limping and limping and limping, and it starts to reveal itself. And his limp irons out. He stands up. He starts to walk normal, and he's off and he's moving. And he let the world think he was one thing, and here he is, a total different thing. That hit me today watching Michigan, especially
Yeah.
in the second half. Especially in the second half. They let the narrative not just sink in, but stain that they're only a great run team and a great defense.
Well, they
And
did it without
played
Blake
that.
Corum.
And they did it without their best player. And for everybody, and styles make fights, and that is their identity. But they just kept the air game in the hangar. Don't come out here against Maryland with it. Don't show it against Indiana. Beat Penn State without it. Like, we'll just use very much sparingly, and out they come. And Hack, you and I talked about this off air. It wasn't like they threw it 40 times tonight. 13. Let me get the number right.
Yeah, I think it was 12 for 24 today.
Technically 13 for 25, but 278 yards, 11 yards an attempt. And they just put the challenge to their skill kids and their quarterbacks.
It's
going to come to us at some point, and we're going to see it at the end of the season. They won't be thinking about it. Our opponent won't be thinking about it. And Felder, look how many guys Ohio State had to constantly commit, recommit, half commit to the box. Yeah. All those defensive players woke up every single Sunday morning reading about Michigan. Wow, they bludgeoned another team to death. We got to protect our ribs when we get in this game.
Yeah.
They go in with protecting their ribs and got their head taken off right up top. And to top it off, Michigan 278 passing yards in the air. And Hack already hit you with all the explosives. But they also ran for 252. The majority of that was in the last quarter and a half of the game.
Yep.
Which tells you that's a hungry team, a well-disciplined team, and a team that really revs up for the back half of the fight. Rounds 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they were busier than they were in the front part of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, and that – go ahead, Hack. Go ahead.
I didn't have anything to say.
Well, I'm just saying that now you look at it, the question was, can they get through Ohio State? Now it's, who can't they beat in the country? That win was defining enough. They're that well coached. They're that balanced. Take the best player off of any team and put that team in the biggest game of their year. And what do? Blake Corum is without question their best player. He gave it a go in the first inning, or sorry, with all the baseball stuff, the first series. He gave it a shot in the first series, and that was it. Yeah. But that team did not panic. The offensive line had to have been thinking, really, we're what makes the run game go. That's an us thing. That's the 5-6 guys up front. And then whoever else is given the honor of carrying the ball behind us as a Michigan back, just come follow us. McCarthy stepped on up. Big game tonight. 3 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. But they were so completely prepared for every aspect of what was going to happen. Marvin Harrison Jr., Hack, Felder, 7 catches, still had 100 yards. Relatively quiet day, though. Ohio State backs never really got loose. And C.J. Stroud looked the most human he's ever looked. Might have cost him the Heisman tonight.